What up, what up, what up? It's your boy D back at you with another video. And today we are going over WrestleMania 41 and some of these ideas that people have, some of their concerns that people have towards WrestleMania 41 and the road to WrestleMania. So we about to just get straight into it because now, the first thing we're going to talk about, okay? Everyone's already complaining, saying, this road to WrestleMania feels like it's going nowhere. It's so slow. Blah, 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 right? Here's the thing about that. We're like 2 weeks in. We are literally 2 weeks into the road to WrestleMania. Royal Rumble was 2 weeks ago. Royal Rumble was February 1st. As I'm recording this video, it is February 13th. Why are we jumping out the window like this? See, this is the shit that reminds me of the same thing of when Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble. People hopped on Twitter, started talking crazy. Then Jey Uso comes out on Monday Night Raw. The crowd is electric. This is where the fickle people come into play. What are y'all talking about, okay? Is it different than previous WrestleManias? Yes. Why is it different? Because it is unpredictable. It is some of the most it's probably one of the most unpredictable road to WrestleManias ever, because you don't know what's going to happen. Last year, when Cody won the Royal Rumble, we all pretty much thought Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns 2 at WrestleMania 40. Then The Rock got in the picture. When The Rock got in the picture, shit got interesting. Shit got different. The Rock, so that build to WrestleMania took everything to a way higher level. Bayley, as a babyface, was popping. You had the Usos match. The build, not the match, the build to it was huge. Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. And that CM Punk type whole thing was huge. That's why it was a big deal. It was a massive deal. It felt, but after a while, you could kind of start to predict where WrestleMania 40 was going. You can't do this with this WrestleMania. Think I'm lying. Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble. Did anybody expect Jey Uso to win the Royal Rumble? No. No, they didn't. We were all shocked. So when Jey wins the Royal Rumble, faces Gunther, now everyone's talking about Gunther's World Heavyweight title run. Now, was it as good as his Intercontinental title run? No, not at all. But you can tell ever since Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble, Gunther has been back to like his OG kind of ways. Gunther's been beating the shit out of him. He's been calling Jey Uso nothing but a mid-carder. Gunther talking that talk, okay? So they're starting to build to it, and they're building to it perfectly because it's getting Jey even more over than he already was. Relax, okay? Relax. Now, let's talk about these triple threat matches. So now the rumor is on the dirt sheets is going to be Cody Rhodes versus John Cena versus CM Punk at WrestleMania. Now, do I see that happening? No. The promos would be crazy, though. These promos between John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and CM Punk, as Punk calls them the favorite to be the main event of WrestleMania, do I see this happening? No. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. Does that interest me a little bit more? Yes, because all three of them hate each other. And I love that more. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes is the biggest match you can possibly have at this year's WrestleMania 41 with the final boss not involved. And people ask me about this WrestleMania, and it's very simple. You want to know who damaged the build to this road to WrestleMania? The Rock. Easily, The Rock. You want to know why this feels kind of off and something's missing? It's because of The Rock. The reason why Cody Rhodes' rise to stardom, the reason why Finish the Story became a whole thing everywhere. Don't get me wrong, it was popping before. When WrestleMania 39 came across, it was hot. Hot. But we all can agree, the road to WrestleMania 40 was a lot better than the road to WrestleMania 39. Because when the final boss, when The Rock turned heel and started tormenting Cody and saying he'll do everything in his power to make sure that he won't finish his story. What? Raw was so poppin', SmackDown, everything was must watch every week because of The Rock. Why are we gonna act like the final boss wasn't driving the road to WrestleMania? The Bloodline was driving the road to WrestleMania. So, with that, indeed, these words are probably being taken out of context. Don't give a fuck. Because if you think about it, Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns versus CM Punk, Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins and CM Punk, you want to know what that feels like? It feels like a consolation prize. That's what it does. It feels like, damn, fuck. Now we have to do something with Roman Reigns. What can we possibly do to get Roman Reigns a spot at WrestleMania? The big spot. Putting it in there with Seth Rollins. It's a consolation prize. You want to know why? Because the biggest match Roman Reigns could possibly have is Roman Reigns versus The Rock. That's it. That's the match. For example, it's okay that Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins is going to happen. I'm cool with that. I love the WWE storyline. I love the storytelling. Is Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins box office? Not really. It's not really box office. There's nothing wrong with it. I like it. But is it box office? Is it something that's like, whoa, I'm going to be on SportsCenter headlines? Probably not. But it's a great match. But is it Roman Reigns versus The Rock, though? No. No, it's not. So, of course, the build for that is not as high. And it's okay that it's not as high, but it's just facts. Roman Reigns versus The Rock is a dream match. It's the match we've been waiting for years. So people are taking these matches not happening for this build to WrestleMania sucks. When in reality, Elimination Chamber is not till March 1st. And then WrestleMania is not till April 19th, April 20th. We have so much time for all of these things to build. It's just starting. We're not supposed to know where this is going yet. It's okay. It's okay not to know. It's perfect. Then you want to talk about some people have Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. What? Huh? Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton? How? Why? I know Drew said that he's coming after Cody Rhodes because he wants the WWE title. I understand. That's cool. But Randy Orton, where did this become a match? Where? What sense does Kevin Owens powerbombing Sami Zayn into oblivion? Where did we get? At last time I checked, Drew was feuding with Sami. Now Drew's on SmackDown. Drew's doing his own thing. Where the fuck does Randy Orton come into this? Because last time I checked, Randy Orton got pile drive by Kevin Owens. Why would Randy Orton not want to go fight Kevin Owens? Why would he put all that aside just to fight Drew McIntyre? That don't sound real. Why would Randy Orton not go and get his lick back? You see, like, where's the logic in that? Now, people get mad, but Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight, I'm kind of cool with. I kind of like it. I like the promos that they had. And that triple threat match they had was a banger. It was a really good match. Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. They put on great matches. Is Drew McIntyre going to be in the world title picture for this year's WrestleMania? Unfortunately, no. I don't know what you want me to tell you, bro. It's just the way the game works. And I know people are like, oh, have him fight John Cena. What? Huh? Hell no. Hell no. That is nasty work. Like, some of these ideas of where, like, just come on, man. Like, well, that doesn't even make any sense. And then you have Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. People didn't like the promo on SmackDown. I know Busted Open talked about it, how, like, Charlotte kind of sunned her. And I'm not going to lie, she definitely did. Charlotte cooked her. But my thoughts on that is, doesn't this kind of remind you of Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 36? Rhea was no way near ready for Charlotte Flair. And this is going to have to be the time that Tiffany shows a different side to her. Tiffany's going to have to show her resilience, her guts, and her braveness. She's going to have to go talk that talk to Charlotte Flair. I want to do a fantasy booking for that, but we'll get to that later. I'm definitely going to do one for that because, yeah, I know I love me some Charlotte Flair, and you know I love me some Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany's going to have to show what she can do on a microphone. She's going to have to show and prove that she can hang with Charlotte Flair. Now, with that being said, do I expect this to know all of this and for this to all come out and happen within 2 weeks of the Road to WrestleMania? No. Because it's really, what? No. How do we all like long-term storytelling? We have 10 weeks to WrestleMania and we're already crashing out and jumping out the window. It is not that deep. Like, dog. And it's funny because it kind of reminds me, if you want to talk about a bad build to WrestleMania, do you remember the build to WrestleMania 31? That build was cheeks. The road to WrestleMania to WrestleMania 31 was quite miserable, for being honest. But the WrestleMania 31, the Sneak is one of the most underrated WrestleManias of all time because that joint was a banger of a show. WrestleMania 41 is nowhere near as bad as the road to WrestleMania now than we have back then. If we were past Elimination Chamber and we're like damn near on the cusp of WrestleMania and people are saying this, okay, that's different. We're dead ass 2 weeks into this and people are already crashing out and losing out. Last time I checked, CM Punk had a banger match with Sami Zayn on Monday Night Raw. The Raw on Netflix, one of the biggest debuts, period, was there. The tag matches from this past Monday Night Raw were fire. What are we talking about? That's all I want to know. What are we talking about? Now, Logan Paul. What does Logan Paul do at WrestleMania? I don't know. It's interesting to see where Logan Paul goes. Could Logan Paul technically fight CM Punk? Yeah, he could. It's there. I know people are not going to like that, but let's be real here. People aren't going to like this either. Logan Paul is one of the biggest draws in this company. It sounds fucked up, but it's true. Logan Paul outdraws a lot of people. So, would I put Logan Paul in just a random ladder match at WrestleMania? No. Why? Because Logan Paul is going to be the biggest known name in that bitch. It sounds wrong. I understand it sounds wrong, but it's true. WWE brought him in for his numbers. It's absolutely magical that he wrestles as great as he does. He is a fantastic wrestler. May not be the best person in the world, but he is a fantastic, incredible wrestler. And he's a draw. He brings numbers. ESPN's going to be on it because he's on the card. Everybody, the social media numbers are going to be going through the roof because Logan Paul is on the card. That's why his match versus Rey Mysterio last night on Monday Night Raw was the main event of the damn show. It's because he brings in numbers. It's the same reason why they bring in ISO Speed. It's the same reason why they brought in Kai Cenat. Logan Paul is going to have marquee matches because Logan Paul is money. Logan Paul is, in Triple H's words, best for business. I don't know. I don't know what you want me to tell you, gang. It is what it is. Do I agree with all the things Logan Paul says? Hell no. But is Logan Paul a draw to wrestling? Absolutely. It's not even a debate. What? But that's how I feel about Logan Paul. This next thing I'm going to talk about is more of a question than a statement. Would you be mad if the U.S. title isn't on the WrestleMania card? No, not really. I really wouldn't care. Really wouldn't care. No offense. I like Shinsuke Nakamura. Has Triple H done good by Shinsuke Nakamura with this U.S. title? No, absolutely not. I don't think anyone cares that Shinsuke Nakamura has the United States title. Nobody cares. Do I think they should probably work on maybe giving him a match at Elimination Chamber and losing the title? I can see that, and I can see why they would do that, because nobody cares that Shinsuke Nakamura has this title. And who would I give the title to? Honestly, I don't know. You can give it to Solo. You can give it to Carmelo Hayes. There's a bunch of people you can give it to. It's just not, it just can't be Shinsuke Nakamura. Gang, it's just not working right now. His character was cool. When he won at Survivor Series, it was really cool. But ever since then, what has he done? We're in February. I wanted to let it cook before I said this. We are all the way in February. And I haven't seen Bro fight in a long time. Or at least it feels like that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if Shinsuke Nakamura held the belt for the next 2 months and is United States champion and he was off WrestleMania, would you care? I know I wouldn't. That's all I'm saying. No disrespect whatsoever. But if I'm being honest, the way he's being booked right now, I really wouldn't give a damn. That's all I'm saying. Then the last thing on the list, Cody Rhodes versus Solo. Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. Do I really care about Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa going down at Elimination Chamber? No. Why? Because did I really, when I thought about it, do I really want to see Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens 4 or 5 or 6? Not really. No. Drew McIntyre's in the Elimination Chamber. Cena's in the Elimination Chamber. CM Punk's in the Elimination Chamber. Logan Paul's in the Elimination Chamber. Who else was he supposed to fight? Could Cody Rhodes have fought Jacob Fatu at Elimination Chamber? I would be cool with that. Yeah, I'd be cool with that. I would be perfectly fine with that. I would prefer Jacob to fight Cody. But with Solo here, Solo still is the leader of the new bloodline. He is the leader, so I kind of understand why they're telling that story. Could this story just be more of them working on splitting Jacob and Solo? I can see it, and I would be all for it. Because we all know Jacob Fatu is a star in the making waiting to happen. So with Solo being gone, now Solo thinking he runs the show, could this match be more for Jacob than it could be for Cody and Solo? I would be all for it. Jacob versus Solo at WrestleMania, I'm all for it. Because that means if we're getting Jacob on a solo run, sign me up. So if Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa at Elimination Chamber has to happen so we can start to tell that story between Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa, sign me up. Sign me up. Oh yeah, I'm all for it. If that means that we're going to be seeing Jacob Fatu in more singles matches coming soon, I'm all for it. That's all I'm saying. So those are my thoughts on some of these things that the internet was talking about. And a lot of it is just relax. What did The Rock say? Sit your ass down and enjoy the ride The Rock is taking you on. It's not that deep. It's only been 2 weeks. Believe it or not. It's only been like 2 weeks. Chill out. We gotta let them cook and see what they have in store for us. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Forever gang. It has been your boy D. And until forever finds you.